I have two breakfast options to choose from today. The classic Canadian maple syrup pancakes or my everyday usual English breakfast tea. Making a choice is never easy and many times you can't choose both. But how do you decide? And today I'm going to talk to you about just this. Making a choice between two very popular options for all study abroad applicants. Canada versus the UK. So let's begin. Hi my friends, my name is Mehar. I'm your career coach and mentor helping you accelerate your career. And as somebody who has made the decision to leave my home country to study abroad, I know how difficult it can be to choose the right country you want to study at. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. So now let's compare the two, Canada versus UK. The first and foremost is tuition fee. The tuition fee in Canadian universities for international students is on an average 25,000 Canadian dollars. In the UK, it can range from 20,000 to 40,000 pounds. So definitely Canada is a little bit cheaper for international students compared to UK. The next is a post-study visa situation. As you may know, the UK has a 2-year post-study work permit. That means you're allowed to stay on in the UK after you complete your graduation for a period of 2 years, unless you're doing a PhD. Whereas in Canada, that same rule is for 3 years period. So definitely Canada has a more relaxed post-study work policy. This video has been kindly sponsored by Pearson PTE. Every year, a lot of Indian students apply to Canadian universities, but they face so many issues, such as application guidance, finding the right universities, finance management, visa prep, and much more. And not to forget the infamous pressure of scoring well on your English test, as this is their entryway to their dream of studying in their preferred country. Students exhaust themselves completely trying to get the minimum scores, and I completely empathize with this because it can be mind-boggling to even deal with this amidst the entire immigration process. But now one of the worries can be off your plate with the PTE, that is the Pearson test of English. The PTE is faster. You get your results typically in 2 business days. It's fairer because it's completely computer based and there is no human examiner. And it is simpler, a single 2-hour sitting for all 4 language skills. The PTE is your ticket to 92% of Canada's finest universities and top colleges. And to aid you better, it offers practice tests for maximum confidence on the test day and convenient friendly test centers. That's not all though, here are a few other parameters that you need to consider. The next are the living costs. In Canada, it can cost you about 15,000 Canadian dollars per year to live, whereas in the UK, the average is about 12,000 pounds per year. Now this can be very, very personal to you, how much you want to spend, what your budget is, and can also vary city to city, no matter which country you live in. But overall, Canada is definitely the cheaper option between the two. Now let's talk about your earning capability once you start working. The UK is known for its high tax rates. It's of course slabbed, but the highest slab is 45%. The rich are taxed way more. However, in Canada, it can be up to 33%. Therefore, your disposable income will definitely be affected depending upon which country you choose. Now let's talk about the quality of life. Both Canada and the UK offer a great quality of life. Canada could be a great option for you if you're looking for a more laid-back and outdoorsy style of living. Canada is home to natural beauty, lots of hiking options, camping and skiing, whereas the UK is in the center of Europe and you can get to all these European countries quite easily. So I don't think there's one winner here. It's all up to your personal preferences. The next is distance from India. It can take you up to 14 hours to get to Canada from India, whereas the UK is about 9 hours. So there, UK wins. So if you're trying to be closer to your family, closer to your home, then therefore UK definitely wins this point. What about the culture? Canada and the UK both have very, very rich cultures. They are multi-diverse and multicultural. And the best part is that both these countries have a very thriving Indian community. So it will be very rare that you'll feel alone because you will be able to find people like yourselves. So equal point for both of them. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like and share this video with your friends if you find it useful. Let's talk about the job market. With rising taxes and inflation rates, the UK is definitely going through some turmoil right now, and this has started to affect the UK's job market. Whereas the Canada is quite a booming economy right now. It has diverse industries that are really pulling in those young professionals. So based on what all we've discussed, my friends, the cost of living, the job market situation, the visa situation, Canada may seem to be a better option for a lot of students. Now let's talk about the process of moving to Canada because I'm sure there are lots of steps that you get confused about. First and foremost, create an account on the IRCC website. This is where you go online and start your immigration process. You fill in the application, submit and upload all your required documents and all the forms, and basically you complete your application digitally. The second step is that you need to collect your documents. You will need to put all your documents together that the universities may require. This will be to support your application, such as your passport, your birth certificates, your educational credentials, The exact documents that you need will depend upon which university you're going to and which program you're applying for, as well as your personal situation. You can find a document checklist for each program on the IRCC website. The next step is to take a language test. Before moving to Canada, you will need to submit your English language test scores. And here's some good news. Starting from 10th August 2023, PTE scores are approved by the IRCC for SDS applications. The SDS route has a number of advantages: faster visa processing, reduced documentation, and an impressive acceptance rate of nearly 85%. You just need to achieve an overall score of 60 on your Pearson test of English. There is no minimum score requirement for each section. Additionally, scores from the last 2 years can also be used to apply. Therefore, you do not need to sit for a retest. Embrace the journey stress-free with PTE. The fourth step is give your biometrics at a center near you. Biometrics are basically fingerprints and photographs that are used to identify you and verify you. You will need to give your biometrics if you're applying for any different types of visas in Canada. And you can check this if you need to give your biometrics and where you can give them from on the IRCC website. The fifth step is that of course you need to pay your fee. You will need to pay a fee for your application process, such as processing fee, biometrics fee, right of permanent residency fee. The amount of fee that you need to pay depends upon the program you choose and the number of applicants who are applying with you. You can check the exact cost and pay this fee on the IRCC website. The sixth step is that you will need to undergo some medical exams. You may need to go through a medical exam by a panel physician that has been approved by the IRCC. Now this is done to ensure that you are in good health and do not pose any kind of danger to the public of Canada. You need to find out if and when you need to take a medical exam on the IRCC website. The last step is that you'll need to provide police certificates. You may need to provide police certificates for each country that you have lived in for 6 months or more since the age of 18. These police certificates are just to check if you have a criminal record or if you pose as a security risk to Canada. You can find out more about this on the IRCC website once again. So to conclude, while choosing between two countries, it all comes down to this. First, if you're looking for budget friendliness, Canada definitely has lower fees and lower cost of living. And yes, the post-study work visa situation is definitely a big plus. But yes, UK also has a lot of advantages such as renowned fancy universities and being in a central location making traveling quite easy. When it comes to international students, Canada definitely has a more welcoming vibe because there's a lot going on in the job market and there's a lot of student support there. However, UK also has a very diverse economy, diverse country and a welcoming vibe. However, my friend, if Canada is in your mind, like I'm sure it is for many of you, and the test prep is giving you nightmares, smoothen your entire transition with PTE so you can be Canada ready with one less worry. And honestly, whatever route you prefer, it will be the best experience of your life and so many opportunities will open up for you. So go on and seize those opportunities. PTE kar befikar. I'll be back soon with another one, but until then, keep working hard towards your goals. I hope to see you soon. Bye.